This is Dr. Quarterfix. Today I'm going to be treating the topic on the solution to a compressor that cycles off and on, and disrupting the AC from cooling or disrupting the system from getting a very cold air out of the vent that's going to be cooling inside your car. If you're new to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel, and if you've done that, sit back and relax. Let's get to it without wasting much of your time. This is okay. In the case of that situation where it just cycles off and on, and there is a disruption that there is no cold air coming inside the car, that's a typical case of system overcharging. It's a typical case of system overcharging. You can be able to confirm that by hooking up your manifold gauge set between the low service port and the high service port. When you connect it right there and look at your gauge, you should be seeing an abnormal reading. Maybe on the high side should be getting maybe around 350 psi and above, and the low side should be getting around maybe 60 or 70 psi. Any reading within this reading which I've just gave right now is system overcharging. So what you're going to do, which is the main idea for this video here, solution, is you want to recover the whole refrigerant which you got into the system, then recharge it all over again with the required quantity. Right? When you get this done, then pretty much you're going to get the whole system back running the way it's supposed to be running again. Now, I'm going to be getting you over to this other guy right here. Now, the second phase where it short cycles, but at this very stage here, how did you know if suppose it's overcharged or not overcharged? Actually, it's typically very, very simple, even without your manifold gauge. So what you're going to need to do is locate your service port here. Like you can see here, this is the high side here. The high side have a bigger service port, while the low side have the smaller service port. You can see right there. But here, this is the suction line, also known as the gas line, while the other one there, the smaller one, is the liquid line. So you want to take a feel at this one here. If it is extremely cold or cold to touch, then there is every tendency that you're not having a system overcharging, you're just having a poor airflow across the condenser coil. Across the evaporator coil. So if that is what you have right there, then it means you gotta check your pulling filter if it is clogged. If it is clogged, it's gonna create exactly that same situation. Then if you check it and if it is not clogged, then what you want to need to do is, I'm certain that your car AC fan speed is turned maybe to speed 1 or speed 2, and the temperature setting is all the way to max. And when that happens, it means there is so much poor airflow going across the evaporator core right here. So what you need to do in order to fix it, if you've discovered that your pulling filter is not dirty, what you need to do is simply to increase the fan speed, right? If suppose you notice that the high pressure side of your manifold gauge set is reading that very high, then you're gonna be experiencing something there. What you need to do is to completely evacuate the whole refrigerant that's out of the system, then get the right quantity that's recommended for that car make and model into the system. That's gonna be the fix for the one that's actually due to overcharging. But the second one, which is the first I talked about, the second fix where there is a poor airflow across the condenser coil, you want to check for your pulling cabin filter. You want to make sure that the pulling cabin filter is very good. Then the next one, you want to make sure that the fan speed is 2 or 3. Okay. So technically speaking, these are the conditions that can actually make the AC compressor to short cycle, continuously short cycling off and on this clutch right here, right? Off and on, engage and disengage, engage and disengage, which in most cases, let's look at it this way. If suppose it's continuous doing that, but there is no cooling inside your cabin, then technically speaking, that's gonna be overcharge situation that you have right there, and overcharging the system. Then in the other case, there is, if it's doing the same thing here, and you want to go ahead and take a feel at this suction line right here. If it is very cold to touch, very cold to touch and sweating, then there is every tendency that you're not having overcharge in the system, but you're having poor airflow according in the evaporator core. So all you need to do is to check if the pulling filter is clogged, or yeah, probably that's it. So but if here is not cold to touch and it's a little bit warm, then that's a typical case of overcharging. Okay, the third one, which I forgot to mention to you guys here, that causes a constant system cycling on and off, compressor cycling on and off, is a defective radiator or condenser fan that is not blowing. And in that case, it's typically gonna create a scenario of system overcharge, because as soon as the fan stops to blow, there is gonna be poor condensation, because there's gonna be too much pressure and temperature increase, which is gonna create a high pressure presence inside the system on the both sides, if you're watching it on your gauge. So when you're watching your gauge in an attempt to fix a system that you're having a feeling that is overcharged, I want you to first of all bear in mind that your fan can actually contribute to that. So you want to check the fan and make sure that it's running and running correctly. There's a difference between that is running and running correctly. If it is running the opposite size, it's is running incorrectly. If it is running at the right side, then it's running correctly. The opposite side, in the sense that it's actually blowing air on the condenser instead of pulling air out of the condenser and radiator. So if it is pulling air out of the radiator and the condenser, then it's running correctly. And if it stops completely, then it is not running at all. And in both cases, it can actually increase the temperature on the condenser going to more than 400 psi. And when that happens, the Climatronics is going to quickly detect that using the ternary sensor that is located in the liquid line, and use that to cut off the power going to the compressor, so it will save the compressor from getting totally destroyed. And it's gonna keep doing that, hoping that the pressure is gonna drop, because when it stops that, the pressure is gonna reduce and come back to normal static pressure. Then in as much as you requested for the AC command, is gonna, the Climatronic is gonna give power to the compressor again to kick back on, and this is gonna keep going on and off, and that is what creates. So the simple fix to this is to make sure that your fan is running correctly and running fine. I hope you find this very helpful to solving your problem. If you do, subscribe to my channel, and I gotta catch you guys later. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, share. Bye for now.